Dear friends, I, Mrs. Neeta Ivle, once again welcomes you. We are studying the fifth chapter, that is Emerging Modes of Business. We understood e-business. Now we also discussed about outsourcing and understood its advantages and disadvantages. Now, what's the next? Friends, today we are going to understand BPO, KPO and LPO. What is BPO? Now see, what is business processing outsourcing? We understood the concept of outsourcing in last lecture, right? I have explained that outsourcing means the process of contracting some functions to specialized agencies. For example, we often outsource the work at home as cleaning and gardening. Now, if the functions are business functions, that means if the activities are business activities, then it will be called as business process outsourcing. In short, popularly known as BPO. Here we get the definition. Business process outsourcing is the contracting of non-primary business activities and functions to a third party provider. BPO services include payroll, human resources, that is HR, accounting and customer or call center relations, that is BPO. This is a method of subcontracting various business related operations to third party vendor. You must remember that these are business activities. Okay. BPO also offers companies the benefit of quick and accurate reporting, improved productivity, and the ability to swiftly reassign its resources when necessary. Although BPO originally applied solely to manufacturing entities, BPO now applied to the outsourcing of services as well. In short, BPO refers to the outsourcing of peripheral activities of the organization to an external organization to minimize cost and to increase efficiency. Outsourcing is fast growing and emerging mode of business. Firms have started increasingly outsourcing one or more their processes, which can be more efficiently and effectively carried out by others. You may ask what qualities or what qualifies outsourcing as an emerging mode of business? Friends, it is nothing but increasing acceptance as a fundamental business policy and philosophy as opposed to the earlier philosophy of doing it all by ourselves, right? Doing it all by ourselves. It is it opposed to the earlier philosophy of doing it all by yourself. The term outsourcing has more popularly come to be associated with IT enabled services or business process outsourcing, that is BPO. In fact, even more popularly term is called call centers provided customer oriented voice based services. About 70% of BPO industry's revenue comes from call centers, 20% from high volume, low volume data work, and the remaining 10% from high volume information work. Customer care accounts for the bulk of the call center activities with 24 hours and 7 days handling of inbound and outbound bound traffic. Inbound traffic means customer queries and grievances, etc. And outbound traffic means customer surveys, payment, follow up, and telemarketing, etc. Now, let's see what is BPO, KPO and LPO. I have already stated what is BPO. BPO means that is business process outsourcing. It is contracting of non-primary activities and functions to a third party provider. Right. Then what is KPO? KPO is nothing but a subset of BPO. Subset? Yes, you already studied it in algebra. Do you remember that? Okay, let me help you. If you find on all elements of set A in set B, then it is said that set A is subset of set B. Here, KPO is subset of BPO. So, all the features of BPO you will find in KPO. Now see, KPO is a type of BPO. KPO is process outsourcing of knowledge. What? Knowledge. In other words, KPO stands for knowledge process outsourcing, and it is a process in which the outsource service provider is hired not only for its capacity to perform a particular business process or function, but also to provide expertise around it. For example, services included in KPO are related to R&D, that is research and development, capital and insurance market services, legal services, biotechnology, animation and design, etc. Now let's see what is LPO. LPO is subset of KPO. LPO stands for legal process outsourcing. It is a type of KPO that, as the name states, is specific to legal services ranging from drafting legal documents and performing legal research to offering advice. Now let's move to the advantages of BPO. You get more experts, things get done fast, you are able to focus on what matters, you can share some risk, you can reduce cost, you can get peace of mind. Now the first point is productivity improvement. Educated or skilled people perform the task efficiently and thus improve productivity in the organization. Second point is optimum utilization. BPO enables optimum utilization of resources. The third point is reduction in cost. Cost saving can be sufficiently and it is significant to any business. BPO not only help to reduce cost but also increase productivity and increase revenues. Now the fourth one is improved human resources. Improved human resources is another great advantage of BPO. Outsourcing gives a company the ability to get access to skilled and trained manpower at low cost. Now we will go through disadvantages of BPO. Now the first one is communication problem. There can be communication gap between the client and vendor companies due to misunderstanding and miscommunication. Now the second one is different time zones. The client and the vendor operate in two different time zones. You know time zones. The difference in the time can create many problems during online meetings, communication, etc. The third one is loss of control. Due to communication errors, time differences, client company can at times lose control of the project. Now we will understand what is KPO, that is knowledge process outsourcing. Knowledge process outsourcing means information related business tasks or knowledge based processes such as research, analysis, consultancy, or any other high level task are outsourced. That is, done by workers of another company or allocated to the subsidiary of the same organization. As I stated earlier, KPO is nothing but a subset of BPO. BPO refers to the outsourcing of non primary activities of the organization to an external organization to minimize cost and increase efficiency. KPO is specific kind of outsourcing whereby functions related to knowledge and information are outsourced to third party service provider. While the main attraction of BPO was improved efficiency and cost reduction, the main attraction to KPO is increased revenue and improved competitive advantages as a result of having access to a large pool of skilled professionals in knowledge intensive industries. But let us not treat it only a B replaced by K. In fact, knowledge process can be defined as high added value process chain where the achievement of objectives is highly dependent on skills, domain knowledge, and experience of the people carrying out the activities. Friends, now you understand that KPO involves outsourcing of core functions which may or may not give cost benefit to the parent company but surely helps in value addition. The process which are outsourced to KPOs are usually more specialized, and knowledge based as compared to BPO. Let's see why KPO is becoming popular. Have these reasons behind it. KPO facilitates business organizations to increase specialized knowledge and expertise. Next reason is additional value creation. The third one is the potential of cost reductions. And the fourth one is cope up with shortage of skilled labor. KPO services include all the kinds of research and information gathering. For example, intellectual property research for patent applications, equity research, business and marketing research, legal and medical services, training, consultancy, and research and development in fields such as pharmacy and biotechnology, and also animation and design, etc. Businesses are constantly in search of reliable KPO service provider who have the ability to drive the best business strategy by analyzing the available data and information in specific cases. Now let's see advantages of KPO, that is knowledge process outsourcing. The first point is cost reduction. Cost reduction is possible as client gets professional services at cost effective price. The second one is business organizations can hire skilled employees from KPO service provider. Third one is high-end services are provided at a lower cost to decrease unemployment and benefit their economy. Provider, and the fourth one is provides flexibility in terms of HRA, human resources management and time management. Now see disadvantages of KPO. The first point is security of organization is questioned. Second is the character of the employee and the quality of the work cannot be assured. Third one is KPO is time consuming and cannot provide a quick solution to the companies seeking immediate results. Fourth one is lack of communication between partners due to legal, language, and cultural barriers can lead to complications. Now, the next we are going to start, that is LPO, that is legal processing outsourcing. Legal outsourcing, also known as legal process outsourcing, refers to the practice of a law firm or corporation obtaining legal support services from an outside law firm or legal support services company, that is LPO provider. Friends, when the LPO provider is based in another country, the practice is called offshoring and involves the practice of outsourcing any activity except those where personnel presence or contact is required. LPO, that means legal process outsourcing, is special type of KPO dealing with legal services ranging from drafting legal documents, performing legal research to offering advice. LPO is the industry in which in-house legal departments or organizations outsource legal work to such areas where it can be done at least cost. For example, areas like US and Europe outsource legal work to India, where it can be performed at significantly decreased cost. LPO is high-end industry that has been growing rapidly in recent years. LPO is apparently a media invention. It differs, it derives from BPO, but to the extent that the word process suggests transformation into standard, transformation into commodity, easy to recreate jobs that can be performed without a lot of education. That is why legal outsourcing has gained tremendous ground in the past few years in India. It achieved success by producing services such as document review, legal research and writing, drafting of briefing, etc. Now, see the advantages of LPO. The first point is one of the most significant advantage of outsourcing legal functions is cost saving. Outsourcing legal work to external vendors allows organization to access high level talent and experience that does not exist without the firm. Next one is employing a combination of in-house and external talent allows law firms and organizations to tailor their liabilities in response to workload and client demands. And the last one is flexible staffing also reduces from overhead. Now let's see disadvantages of LPO. The first one is there will be problem of authentication as some important documents need to be shared with the outsourcing firm. Second one is there will be problem of in-depth knowledge of all relevant laws. Next is there will be problem of cultural and language barriers that could hinder communication between domestic and international team. And the last one is LPO also get affected by geographical errors between firm and client. Friends, Today we understood BPO, KPO and LPO. Hope you got all the points. With this lecture, we have completed our fifth chapter, that is emerging modes of business. Friends, thank you for watching attentively.